Okay, so you click Buy Now, and a package magically appears on your doorstep the next day. But behind that magic, there's an unsung hero, a hidden giant. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the incredible machine that makes all of that modern commerce even possible. I mean, have you ever really thought about it? How do these massive warehouses fit so much stuff? The amount of inventory available online is just mind-blowing. And to make it all work, these places are under insane pressure to go higher, get denser, and move way, way faster. So what's the secret? How do they cram millions of items into one building? Well, the answer isn't just building bigger and bigger warehouses. It's about being incredibly smart with the space you already have. We're talking about a battle for every single square foot. Actually, scratch that, every single cubic foot. It's what we call the warehouse squeeze. And to win that fight, you need a very, very specialized tool. And that tool is the reach truck. Now, this is not your average, everyday forklift you see at a home improvement store. No, this is a champion of high-density storage, a machine literally engineered from the ground up to solve that warehouse squeeze. So, what makes it so special? The secret is right there in the name. A reach truck is, first off, designed to work in super narrow aisles. But its real superpower, it's that ability to reach forward, right into the racks. And that one feature is what makes it absolutely indispensable. Okay, so how does this reach actually work? It's pretty cool. Imagine you're on a ladder trying to grab a book from a high shelf. Instead of moving the whole ladder, what if you could just extend your arm way, way out? That's what the reach truck does. It positions itself in the aisle, plants some stabilizing legs for a solid base, and then this amazing scissor-like thing called a pantograph extends the forks forward. A simple idea, right? But the implications for space saving are just huge. And this is where you really see the difference. You know the standard forklift, the counterbalance kind? It's a workhorse for sure, but it needs a ton of room to turn around. Plus, it has that huge weight on the back to keep it from tipping over. The reach truck, it's the complete opposite. It's built for agility in tight spaces. And the math is simple. Less space wasted on aisles means more space for products. Boom. It's that simple. All right, so what exactly gives the reach truck all these superpowers? Let's break it down and take a look under the hood, so to speak. Modern reach trucks are just packed with some seriously cool tech. I mean, you've got everything from advanced electronic controls for pinpoint precision to these super efficient AC power systems. But my favorite feature? It's gotta be the regenerative braking. You know, just like in an electric car. When the operator brakes or even just lowers a heavy load, the truck captures that energy and sends it right back to the battery. That means more runtime on a single charge and lower energy bills. It's a total win-win. Okay, get ready for the wow moment here. We're talking about lift heights of up to 12 meters. 12 meters, that's almost 40 feet straight up in the air. We're talking the height of a 4-story building. This is exactly how warehouses multiply their storage capacity without needing a bigger footprint. They're not building out, they're building up. And these numbers on the spec sheet, they really tell the whole story. That required aisle width, as little as 2.2 meters, that's what lets you cram more racking into the same building. That super tight turning radius, that means your operators are spending less time jockeying the machine around and more time moving product. And a lift capacity of up to 2,500 kilograms means you can handle some seriously heavy pallets. Every single one of these numbers translates directly into a more efficient, more profitable warehouse. So obviously, a machine this specialized is a pretty big investment. Which brings us to a classic dilemma for any business. Should you buy new, or should you go with a used one? And look, it's a pretty clear trade-off, right? If you go new, you're getting the absolute latest tech, the best energy efficiency, and a full warranty, which gives you a lot of peace of mind. But, of course, you're going to pay a premium for all that. On the flip side, a used truck can save you a ton of money on that initial purchase. But you're probably getting older tech, the warranty will be limited, and you don't really know its full history. So there's no single right answer here. It really just comes down to a company's budget and, frankly, their appetite for risk. So let's say you're the one making the call. How do you choose the right reach truck? It's definitely not just about picking the cheapest one. You've got to ask some really important questions about your own operation first. First things first, and this is non-negotiable. What is your minimum aisle width? This is the absolute starting point. Before you even think about price or features, you have to get out a tape measure. That one number is your most critical constraint because it immediately tells you which trucks will and, more importantly, which trucks just plain won't fit. Okay, Next up, once you know what'll fit in your aisles, you need to know if it can handle the weight. So you have to figure out what's the absolute heaviest load you'll be lifting. You need to pick a truck with a load capacity that can handle that, not just barely, but easily. Pushing a machine to its limits is just asking for trouble, and it's never safe or efficient. And finally, you've got to think beyond just the sticker price. We're talking about the total cost of ownership, or TCO. This includes everything. The initial price, sure, but also ongoing maintenance, energy costs, and any potential repairs down the line. That cheaper used truck might look great at first, but if it's always breaking down, it could easily end up costing you way more in the long run. And this quote really just nails it, doesn't it? The right reach truck is the key to unlocking a warehouse's true vertical potential. It's not just about moving boxes from A to B. It's about strategy. The right piece of equipment is absolutely fundamental to maximizing a warehouse's efficiency, its storage density, and at the end of the day, its profitability. It's all about using that vertical space. So the next time you get a package delivered in what seems like record time, you'll know one of the secrets hiding behind the scenes. You'll know about the reach truck. And it kind of makes you wonder, right? What other hidden machines, these other invisible giants, are out there powering our world?